Well, good morning, folks. Today marks the first full week of me being back in the camper. Unfortunately, it's just me, as most of you probably already know. We had a few snags in the immigration progress, so now we're looking at next spring for my wife, the way things are going, because I don't want to bring her here in the middle of the winter. So we'll work out something. But anyway, we have some progress. You see the material laying on the ground, and the roofer has been here, and he and his beautiful wife will be here to finish that up soon. Of course, and this is the second take of this video because I forgot to open the viewfinder and make sure the camera was working. So they did a great job yesterday. I did a lousy job when I put the rafters up because I ordered a certain length for the roofing panels, and then I lengthened the rafter runs, so we came up short. So Mike went to the same place and ordered 18-inch extension panels, and those are going up at the top. He's got 2 courses already on. He'll finish that up this morning. There's going to be trim up that other edge that will be just like this one, and I think they'll be finishing up on the south side of the roof too. If not, there'll be a third day that they'll be here. 8-foot 2x4s, framing lumber for the interior walls to close in the bathroom and the bedroom. And of course that'll be the support for the loft that will be above bathroom and bedroom. We have a nice French door and all the windows, which everything is framed in if you followed last year's work. So all I got to do is just cut holes in the sheathing where the window holes are framed. And we're good to go there. Don't ever underestimate the power of the wind, as we suffered a little damage over the winter or early spring. I don't know when exactly it happened, but that 18-foot aluminum canoe you see sitting back there got launched into the back of my garage tent. And of course that shook everything loose, and the silver tarp I had over the top, that came off, and all the eyelets are, just about all the eyelets are ripped out, which you expect that with a tarp anyway. But that tarp is covering the lumber now. I've got a new tarp to put over the back, or over the top, and after I see how that fits, I will look into maybe something to drape down over the back so that the wind can't get under the tarp that's covering the top, and see if we can't get something to make it through a winter. We'll see how I can make that work out. One never knows. But man, I just love looking out the door of the camper and seeing a roof coming up. And of course that part that's sticking out, they'll be cutting that off, but then they'll be closing that in. And yeah, the guys that put the framing up for the rafters, yeah, they didn't exactly get square. So what the heck? There's a bee or something buzzing around my head. Or maybe it's one of them horse flies. They're bothersome. So yeah, you can see we're a little out of square on the roof rafters. And I'm pretty well convinced that's because we did not lay out the rafters from one end everywhere on both sides of the ridge pole or ridge board, and make sure everything was square. And now things are not square. At least we can make it look good in the front, and trim will cover all of that, so it won't be as visible. And I'm going to have to get inside here, but anyway, that's the progress. It's so great to be home. I really miss my wife, but it's good to be here so we can get some work on the cabin done. The orchard looks like it has survived very well. Everything is looking healthy. We should have more fruit this year. And I was just looking on the memory card that was in this camera, and I had the taste test videos still on there. I don't think I published those for some reason, but we'll have to get that going, and maybe I'll put those in. I can't believe what a tan I had back last year. I look like an old nut, and of course I am an old nut. But anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to put this in and put the video together for you. I'm going to get me some breakfast going and hopefully be ready to get a little bit of work done anyway. Um, we'll see what happens. There'll be some hole cutting and window putting in. So we'll be back later. In the meantime, God, I love it here. Neighbors, roosters, the doves, the geese, the breeze, the birds. There's no place like home.